Cool. Okay, let's go through the Black Swan sequence. This is a really great sequence. It's one of the newer sequences in my training. We're going to start out in our down dog. It's a little complicated, so we're going to go over it step by step together, but I know you ladies can do it. So we just went over what we would teach in a beginner class, right? Super simple. Forward fold, down dog, cat's meow, one-legged dog, upside down dog, up dog, headstand. And then we just float. So what we're going to do when we come into the Black Swan is we're going to come into the half moon and nataraj and some other really great poses that some people do in class, but we're going to just take it a little further. So we're going to inhale left leg up. It's going to hook outside in. Make sure you just get the leg loop out of the way. Okay? We're going to straighten the leg this time. You guys all wanted to straighten the leg last time. And I was like, hold on. Okay, so this is a much deeper one-legged down dog, right? We press our chest towards our standing leg, and it's like, ooh la la. Right? So now what we're going to do is come into standing splits. We're going to pull forward. So you're going to hop the right foot to the center of the mat. Yep. And now we're just going to start to bend the elbows and hang. So again, like we did in our flying dog, we can release our arms out to the side. We have no weight in our arms. If you want, it's a little intense. Keep the top leg as straight as you can. It'll help for balance a lot. Yeah, you kind of hook the foot. There you go. Perfect. Now, if we want to go further in the balance, we're going to clasp the hands behind our back and pull down towards the ground. You'll notice this is harder. You really have to find the sweet spot. Now, only do it if it feels good. The other option is to grab the ankle. You can actually grab the ankle and pull down. So you don't have to ground the heel, but you can pull the heel down towards the ground for a deeper hamstring stretch. Really good, guys. Okay, let's bring hands back down to the ground. Okie dokie. So we're going to come into, with our standing splits and twists, we plant right hand down, left arm reaches up towards the sky. So we reach towards the standing leg, right? That's one way to remember, because I get backwards in time. Okay, now we're going to reach all the way back behind us for the swing, the far edge of the swing. Yeah, thumb points up towards the sky. So this is a big twist, right? So for some people, this is as far as we go. We're going to stay here. And to take it further to half moon, we do this simultaneously. We start to walk to the right and turn our toes to the right and reach up higher on the swing with the left hand. Really good, guys. Okay, so then you can actually let the right hand float. And you can drop your head and drop your neck and roll it around to get a big stretch through the neck and shoulders. Doesn't that feel great? So good. So I really take my time in these poses just because it feels so awesome. So now our hips are facing forward, right? Okay, I'm going to look up towards the sky. I'm going to roll my belly towards the sky and grab the swing with the right hand. Yep, okay, good. Now my left hand can be free. Again, this is a more advanced sequence, so I don't always teach this in the beginner workshop, but we can have some fun today. So grab for the handhold and create a wrist wrap. So put it around your wrist and then grab. Yeah. Now we can hang even more, right? Yeah. That feels way better. Okay, so Black Swan, the Black Swan sequence, so this is half moon. We just start to bend the standing leg. So bottom of the foot goes towards the thigh. And this is Black Swan number 1. So we can either just hang or we can feel pretty and fully extend. Nice. Good job, ladies. Okay, so then I'm going to replant my foot. I'm going to turn my belly towards the ground. At the same time, bend the top leg and then roll over into nataraj. Really good. So I'm going to grab with both hands once. You have to turn your belly towards the ground first. So keep breathing. Like I said, this is a harder sequence, so just go as far as it feels good for today. If this was too much of a shoulder stretch for someone, I could have them switch to the leg loop. Wow. And then that's a little bit easier for some people. So just try it, just for fun. And of course, it's going to kind of like activate your third eye. It's going to bop you in the forehead, but that's okay. So either way, we can start to bend the standing leg and come into Black Swan number 2. And float. Now, number 3 is we just hook. So we bring that foot up and we hook it on top of the other one. And then we do a bicep curl and look up towards the sky. Stretch the belly. Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful, ladies. So good. Oh, fully extend. Start to replant. Ground that right leg. Turn your belly towards the beautiful trees. Straighten both legs. This is really important. I'm going to go for my left hand again. Come into my hand hold. So we're coming back through our half moon. And now we're going to try for the sit and spin. This is when it starts to get fun. Now we get to really play. Okay. So my foot has to go with my belly. Okay, so I'm going to turn my foot is going to point to the back of the room as I turn my belly towards the sky. So turn towards the windows, and then, yes. So if you don't turn your foot, it doesn't really work out. I thought that was the secret. I was like, why isn't that working? Oh, they didn't turn their foot. Okay, cool. So from here, this is called hammock. I'm going to kick my right leg up on top of the left. So this is my sit, and then I'm going to fully extend. I can arch and open. Belly is still facing the sky. Yep, just kick your leg up. Can you do it? No, it's so hard. You can actually hold on to the swing with your right hand at the same time too. Nice. So arch and open. Beautiful. Okay, so watch me, ladies, if you can. I'm going to keep holding on. Okay, I'm going to spin through the center, bend my elbows, and come flying up. Let's try it. You're like, I don't want to do it. I'll spike you for the next one. Okay. It's really fun. It's really fun. We're going to get, they put your mom sold away. Isn't that fun? Yeah. So that's called the sit and spin. Let me show you one more time. I'll just get into that last position. And it is a lot on the hands, so you can always go like this and do it. It's like rock climbing.
Yeah, my wrist is feeling it.
Yeah. It's like, okay, all right, we were doing it very slowly, just so you know. So I'm going to come up, turn it to the side. I do the wrist wrap. My right hand is going to grab. So do this next time. Grab for the swing at the top. This is scientific term. It's called the nub. So cross legs. That's the hammock. I spin through the center. And I just bend the elbows. So I sit and spin. Wow. Okay? So fun. It's so fun. If you don't bend the elbows, you kind of drag on the ground. Yeah. Which is totally fine too. Let's try the second side. I'm just going to adjust this because not see my head when I spin. Okay. Let's just gracefully come back through our down dog. Okay, so hip flexors, lean forward. We're going a little bit faster into our forward fold now that we're familiar with it. Get your breath. Right, sometimes when we start to have fun, we start breathing. Wag your tail a little bit. Happy dog. Get that nice and low. You got it. You'll notice if it isn't in the right position because then you'll have to pee. Right? The bladder does not like it. Okay, inhale, right leg lifts, look up, bend the knee, hook outside in. This would be the beginner version. And then when we're ready, we straighten the leg. Keep the foot hooked. It kind of wraps around. There you go. So I kind of flex my foot back to get it hooked. So nice straight leg if you can. So now we're in a one-legged down dog. Now if we want to go a little bit deeper, we're going to inhale, pull forward, step the left foot into the center of the mat. So in the forward fold, we bend our elbows a lot. So just bend your elbows and hang. So this is when we're engaged but relaxed, right? Whole upper body relaxes, lower body's engaged. And then try your airplane wings. Find your balance, right? Let your arms come out to the side. And then if you can, clasp them behind the back. If you don't want to clasp behind the back, go ahead and grab for the ankle. You can always do one hand on the ground. You'll find you just move the foot around until you find the balance point, or you'll spin. It's okay too. That makes it all the more fun. Just try it. I know. And it's okay to float as well. It happens. Most people, their hamstrings are really tight, so they'll want to float instead of keeping grounded. Just note that that's okay, but they lose the stretch then. Then we're just playing instead of getting the yoga in. Okay, let's return our hands to the ground. Let's inhale, walk the left hand to the center. Lift the right arm up, right? So now we're going to start to twist. So I can reach all the way back, right? Big twist. Thumb is pointing up towards the sky. I hold on to the swing. So standing split twist, and then I turn my toes out to the left, hand comes out to the left. We kind of swing out to Ardha, half moon, Ardha Shandrasana, right? So my hips are facing forward. Okay, so this is position one, and then if I want to reach up with my left hand, I have to turn my belly towards the sky. For some reason, if I don't say that, people try to reach the other way. Yeah, doesn't work. Now my right hand is free to find my hand hold. I like the wrist wrap better. So try the wrist wrap this time, Charlotte. If all your weight is hooking at the wrist, then your hand is holding, but it's not so much pressure. But just switch it up when you need to. So back to Ardha. My left hand is just dangling. And now I can bend my left knee, lift my foot, and come into flex line number one. Okay. So you're just reaching up with the right hand. I know, I can't do it. You're like, I don't do that with my wrist. My wrist is not liking that. No problem. So just do it for a second and then land it again. Now bend this top leg. Now our belly is going to roll down towards the ground. Oh, you came undone. I did. So if you come undone, come back down to the ground and rehook because it's really hard to do in the sky. Yeah. I tried. Like that is not happening. The brain gets confused too. Yeah. So let's all just hook outside in. It's okay. You can always come back down, outside in. Push the legs straight. We're going to go a little bit faster because we're going to go right into our half moon. So we're going to reach up. Try grabbing for the leg instead of the hand hold. Yeah. Do the more beginner version. And then turn your belly towards the ground. Yes. So this is okay, because a lot of people will have trouble holding on for long periods of time. So this is totally okay. You can even float here. Try picking up your standing leg and just floating a little bit. It's a much bigger stretch, right, on the arms. Now hook one foot over the other. See if you can hook the feet. Yes. And then do a little bicep curl and look back if you want to do the full flex line. Big stretch. Awesome. Very nice. Now extend the arms, plant left foot down, come back through Ardha. Okay? So you can actually hold on to the leg loop the whole time. If you want to try it that way, Scarlett. Try holding on to the leg loop the whole time. If you hold above the nub, you can kind of get a good grip. So both hands, remember the foot has to turn back. Keep the top leg straight. Yeah. So if you don't do that, the belly can't. The belly won't follow. Yeah. All right. So if you want to do the more advanced version, keep holding on to the leg loop. But if you want to do the more advanced version, hold on to the swing with the left hand, leg loop. Hold on to the swing with the left hand at the top. Yeah. And then hand hold with the other one. So wait for me, I'm going to come back and get you. So we're going to do it together. So hook, right? This is called hammock. And then you arch and open. Okay? So now when you bend the elbows, you have to spin through center. Keep the elbows bent. And then, yeah, you got it. Okay, yeah. Woo, you did it. Okay, good. So yeah, so you can do that either holding onto the swing or the leg loop. The leg loop makes it a little bit easier. Sometimes what I'll do with people is I'll also do a wrap, which you're probably familiar with. The only thing with wraps is sometimes when you want to come out, you can't. Yeah. So it pulls on the wrist. But for these ones, we're not doing anything crazy. So, you know, when you're wrapped, you usually get stuck. You stay in. But that's another way. If somebody really can't hold on, you can wrap them up a little bit. Okay. Was not fun?
It was really fun.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's very challenging.
Yeah, so that's how we could take, you know, something like the yoga translations in a beginner sequence and then turn it into something acrobatic. So we did our first side spin. Okay, is that fun? Yeah. Okay, let's do a little bit more, because we're not going to learn some crazy flips today. I don't know what time it is, but I will walk you guys through the Superfly Snuka. Okay, and this clock is completely wrong. 7:30.
We may have,
No, that must be 5:30. Okay. Mine is still on San Francisco time.
Oh yeah.
That's why. Okay, we're good. We still have a good half hour. I want to show you guys some